Oh, okay.
Did you take a test?
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
we need to do that one.
I don't want to.
Okay, we are live on YouTube
Excellent.
and I am now recording. So if,
And I will call this meeting to order at 6:16 p.m. And do roll call. Brown. Aviana. Present. Gutierrez Fleury. Papua. And Rudolph present. And let's stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'll read the vision statement. This is a reminder as to why we're here. Bayshore community growing engaged hearts, educated minds, and empowered visionaries. And I need a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item 2, is there any public comments?
There are no public comments.
All right. Moving right along. Item 3 is to select an executive search firm for the superintendent search. And I open it up for a discussion, or if anyone would like to make a motion.
Each one of you has a handout in front of you, and it's just a quick sheet that I took basic information about each of the firms so that you can see it all in one place. That will help you guide you in your conversation and or decision.
Does any of the board members have any comments they'd like to present?
Yeah, no, I just want to thank Dr. Pittman for sending and posting those RFPs. I had a chance to review them, and we can move forward with making the selection. Yeah.
One of the proposals I was going to consider making is if people have had a chance to review them, if they had a first and second, and if need be a third option, just to present those to each of us so that we can see what everyone's choices are. And if there's one that's immediately at the top, then we don't even really need to get into any sort of debate. Sure. Is there anyone that would like to start?
My first choice is McPherson and Jacobson, and then second leadership circle.
My first is Leadership Associates, and my second was McPherson Jacobson, and third was HYA.
First was the prices. It's the 5,000.
Mhm.
And that was it. The second was the.
Okay.
Ms. Brown?
Just don't have to. And move on.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely still consider.
I mean,
Oh yeah, sorry, I actually had it written down and I left my sheet at home. I was in similar situation. I was going with McIsaac and Pelota for number 1, and then McPherson Jacobson for number 2.
Okay.
And my rationale, it wasn't just the price point. It was also knowing that the two individuals have many relationships locally. And again, this is just for me. One of my priorities is definitely I'd love to find someone, a candidate local. And I think we do have a deep talent base locally. So that's one of the reasons why I was focused on them. And obviously the price point doesn't hurt as well. That's my rationale between those two.
And I also, why I kind of go with that one to the leadership associates too as well. You know, they have timelines. Those two.
Oh yes, thank you for, yeah.
They have
Yeah, that was the other
timelines.
thing is I
Versus the
appreciate
other
it.
ones, they don't have timelines and. Yeah, I like the idea that they're local. They sort of, hopefully that they have knowledge of the community they have knowledge of where Lakeshore is, and they kind of relate to what we're going through as far as who we serve, the diversity, and all the ethnicities that is.
Yeah, and, I believe that leadership, being my number one, with their proposal, the fact that they're gonna be able to meet in person and virtual, and also with the timeline, and the experience of, with the searches they've had in the past.
Okay, I chose McIsaac. Sitting superintendent in 2025. Second would be leadership. That's the only two.
So can I make one recommendation?
Yes,
Okay, so I will recap what you guys said, just to help facilitate the conversation.
please, thank you.
So HYA, one of you had that as your third choice. No one else said anybody else. So I would recommend, if you would like, to just eliminate them from the discussion. Okay. Next, McIsaac and Polito had 3 number ones. McPherson and Jacobson had a 1 and a 2, and leadership had 1 1 and 2 2s. And just to remind everybody of any vote that happens,
Mhm.
you need a majority. I think that it's really important that every single one of you vote, that nobody abstains, that you either vote yes or no based on what the motion is. And that in order for it to move forward, you only need 3 of you in order for it to move forward. So I think at this point, one of you could probably make a motion, you could probably have a conversation. But I do think that it's really important that all of you vote, because
Yeah.
this is a really important decision to make. And it's the first step in making the most important decision you're gonna.
Yes.
So I guess one question that I failed to ask for, it didn't occur, it didn't come up, when submitting. That I will, I don't know if you have it on you, is, do we have the list of districts that each of these consultants were able to associate them or be assistant to them?
I know the answer for some, I don't know the answer for
Sometimes
others.
they're
So, but I would say that all of them have the ability to reach out to every single district in the state of California. And at the very least, the 23 districts in San Mateo County.
Right.
And then others have other relationships with other counties based on where they worked, those types of things. But all of them can have a large base.
I have to say, the thing that I liked about the McPherson one was the detailed test, where it indicated what they were responsible for and what they were asking of the district. I don't know if they can meet our timeline, because I know we're under a crunch, but they did provide some specifics on how long it would take on some of their rough estimates.
Yeah.
But going back, when it was initially brought up to us, I was for going with McIsaac and Polito. Not only because they're familiar with our district, but because of their price point, and I wish we had moved forward with them. So I'm okay with going with the motion or moving forward with them.
So there wasn't a motion. Are you making a motion? Okay.
So,
Motion is to go with McPherson, McIsaac and Polito.
Okay. So Joy made the motion, and then I actually heard Rick. Okay.
Okay, and then we'll do a vote. All in favor?
I,
Any opposed?
Any opposed?
no,
So it's unanimous.
It's unanimous. Okay. I will reach out to all 4 who submitted this evening. I told them all that I would call them tonight and tell them one way or the other. So I will make calls this evening. And then I will circle back with McIsaac and Polito to get, have them reach out to you to start moving the process forward. It can be posted on EdJoin as early as tomorrow, to at least put it out there. Yes, yes. On EdJoin first, and then there'll be other like they'll, just like they said, it'll go in AXA, it'll go in all the different
Cal Ed.
places. Yes, all of those places. But at least to get it out there so people know.
Okay.
And then they will reach out to you, Dave, as president, to start moving forward with the process.
Excellent.
Okay.
I look forward to getting that process going. Because again, I think everyone at this table will agree, I think the most important part is building the profile and getting feedback from all the parties that we had, that Scott had gone over with us, as far as the staff, obviously the board, the community, parents, etc. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to hearing from them.
Yep.
And feel free to give them my cell number.
Okay.
So they can reach out.
And then they will actually set up, as part of the process, individual conversations with each one of you so that you can give them your individual opinion about the needs for the next person, both as personal characteristics as well as professional characteristics.
Excellent. Okay. So with that, we will move on to item 4, adopt resolution 2118, retirement incentive program. I'll pass it back to Dr. Cook.
So this is a resolution we've done in the past. This is an opportunity to provide a credentialed teacher who is on the cusp of deciding if they're going to retire or not, to purchase 2 years of credit, which then gets them to a point where they can qualify for a better pension, but allows them to retire right now. There are stipulations that I explained in the agenda that have to occur. One is they have to be a minimum of 55 years with at least 5 years of credit to qualify, or they could be 50 but have to have 30 years of credit. And this has to be a savings for the district. It cannot be, it can't cost us anything to do this. And so it is a savings. Running the numbers and going through STRS, which is who you have to run through as well. The minimum savings is about $7,200 a year over the course of the next 8 years. And that's if the teacher who takes this options replacement comes in at the highest number that we can put them in on, which is 8 years of credit. If they come in with 2 or 3 years of credit, then there's a bigger savings across the course of the
So
8
it's a
years.
conservative estimate.
That's a conservative estimate is what I gave the board. Yes. It's up to you to decide, but I put it forward. We have 2 individuals that qualify and 1 who is interested in taking it.
Well, again, I obviously, the fact that it's a win-win in this case seems to win for the district, and it seems like it could be a win for the employee as well. I guess my only concern was just the staffing shortage, and hopefully we'll be able to find quality candidates to replace someone with that much experience. But with that, yeah, I need a motion and a second to adopt resolution 2118.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, unanimous. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
I have to say, this is probably the fastest meeting we've ever made.
We had one fast.
Did we?
Yeah.
Because at this point, we will, actually, do we need to set up another follow-up meeting at all? What is our calendar looking like here?
I don't think so right now. You guys gave me some dates, so I'll
Right.
circle back with
Okay.
you to determine if we need those dates or not.
We
Yeah,
have April 26th.
right.
April 26th. Okay, thank you. That's what I was gonna try and do that in simply, but now I accidentally shut down the wrong.
And then as a PSA, if you haven't done your taxes today, they are due.
Midnight tonight?
Midnight tonight, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, then we will adjourn at 6:31 p.m. Yeah, thank you, everyone.